morning, Lagos. How you all doing? I hope you're all very, very well today. It's so good to be back on the beat again today. And guess what? You know how we do it. You're very welcome to another episode of Up You with Ezinne. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We love having you here. And if you're a regular, welcome still. It is always a pleasure to have you here. As you all know by now, February is a month of aligning hearts. The whole of this year, we're talking about alignment. And oh my God, what a broad topic alignment has turned out to be. I'm still amazed at the things that we're learning, and there's more and more and more coming. But today, we're asking a very, very important question. And that question is, what is the point of success if in gaining it, we lose ourselves, our very souls, if you like? We live in a world where, a world that loves celebrating outcomes, celebrating the businesses, the promotion, the steeds, the applause, the visibility. But very quietly, women are beginning to ask themselves, am I still connected to who I truly am? Or am I performing success? Am I building a life? Am I just managing one? And like I like to say to myself personally, Ezinne, are you living? Truly living? Fully living? These are questions I ask myself. So I know that I'm not the only one asking these questions. I know that other women are also asking these questions. And it's because of people who are asking this kind of questions that we're having this episode today. Please, before we continue, like the stream, share the stream, go out, bring in your sisters and your brothers too, and let's have this robust conversation. Okay, remember to join us on any of our social handles that best suits you. The reason why we call ourselves the 360 program is because we meet you at your point of ease. So no matter your preference, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we're there. You find us. Make sure you follow us at UpYouwith Ezinne everywhere. And there's a big news coming up soon. So make sure you stay tuned. Yes, like and share the stream while I introduce our very special guest today who's patiently been waiting in the studio all morning. My guest today is a woman who has built a thriving business, executed over 1,000 events, worked across industries, and yet remains deeply grounded in family, creativity, and personal meaning. Yes, her name is Titilope Nwankwo. She is the CEO of Fungalore, an entrepreneur planner, creative, and a woman who has allowed passion, not pressure, to guide her path. Dear everyone, world over, please join me as we welcome the one, the only Titilope to the show this morning.
Good morning, everybody.
She can't even laugh at her own again. Morning, Titilope. Oh, we just lost her, but she's coming right back. So, you know the way it is. When someone's profile is being read, even though I didn't even read all her profile now, you need to go read her profile. Is rich. Of course, it's only A-list people that we bring onto the show week in, week out. Amazing women doing amazing things. They are the ones we bring on so that we can drink and glean and learn from them. When you read their profiles like this, I'm wondering, is it me they're talking about? And I think that's what happened to Titi back there. But she's back now. Titi, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's an honor. It's a pleasure being here. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ezinne. Nice.
Thank you. Should I tell them how long I've been chasing you?
No.
Okay, I shouldn't tell them. Some people are so busy. Some people are so busy that you can't pin them to a time. I mean, I've been asking. I'm following up since year 2025. But you see, it's finally happening in 2026. What does that tell you? Don't give up. keep knocking on that door. One day you will get access, and then you will have
Yeah.
your time to say all the things you wanted to say, and then get everything you wanted to get. Because today we are honored to have Titilope on the show. So Titi, are you ready? Shall
Thank you
we
so
go?
much. Yes, please. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, I
You know
am
what I
rather.
told you? Yes. You know, when I told you the first time I contacted you in 2025 and said we wanted to do a show, we're going to do a show about love, family, and all of that, you know. And then we've been tweaking it,
Yeah.
tweaking it, tweaking it, and here we are today. So when you first heard
Yes.
your topic, success with soul, tell us, what does it mean to you personally? What came to your mind?
I was blown away with the topic because it's something that one reflects about in day to day, running a business in Nigeria as a woman. So, to me, success with soul means building a life, you know, that feels as good on the inside as it feels on the outside.
Mm,
Yes,
mm.
yes, yes. Because I keep every time I think about success, I always think about the balance. So that resonates with me, you know.
Mm.
So yes, and it's all rooted to one being aligned, having alignment and being grounded. So yeah, that, having peace with what you're doing, your career, your business. Yeah, that's how it feels to me.
Wow. Building a life that, what you feel on the inside is actually the way you also feel on the outside. You know,
Yes.
that is really, really deep because I can tell you for free, some of us, we have packaged the outside so much that anytime we try to look on the inside, it's almost as if the gates of hell opened because, I mean,
Hmm.
we're doing public smiling and private crying. So thank you for
Mm.
defining that like that. Okay.
Yes.
Um, the truth is that many of us also achieve what we think is success or what we think is success, and we still feel empty on the inside. And so
Yes.
that brings me to asking you, how do you define success? The society defines success by, oh, you're wearing designer outfits, you have a lovely house, you're driving a four-wheeler, you're often traveling up and down, your gele is the longest, you're wearing rich anti-vibe clothes and all of that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
And those things put pressure on us because you'll be saying, "Ah, this is not my mate," even though I do not have any mate. Anyway, so please tell us, how do you define success?
I know this is all societal pressures and pressure that we bring upon ourselves, expectations that are not met, and then social media these days that you know
Hmm.
applies pressure to people, and it's not real life. So for me, like I said earlier, success to me is having peace in what I do, and is bringing my values and my actions together. My core beliefs. I believe in relationships. I believe in connections. Even though I'm an event planner, I plan events for clients. I ensure that I I'm connected to my clients and even my staff as well. And at the same time, I know, yes, a lot of times I'm out there setting up venues, taking down venues, or even I also make sure that when I have time with my family or my loved ones, I spend quality time with them. I try and balance it. You just have to look for a way to just make it make sense, so to
So,
speak.
so what I hear from what you said is that for you, success is Everything around you making sense and giving you
Yes,
peace.
and giving me peace. Very important.
Interesting.
That's how a lot of us lose ourselves when we then where there's an imbalance, or you are one is bowing to social pressure or expectations that unrealistic expectations, unrealistic. Even we sometimes put the pressure on ourselves. Like, when you mention, like, where you think, oh, success to me must be, I must be living in this area, I must be driving this kind of car, my children must be attending this kind of schools, I must be traveling boat cruise, yachts, first class, business class, you know.
Okay, we love, but she's coming right back, and she was making a valid point there. When we allow the society put pressure on us, or we inadvertently, knowingly or unknowingly, put pressure on ourselves by saying, because I think I am XYZ, I must have a boat cruise for my 50th. Or I have to live in a certain area and drive a certain car, be seen in certain places. Those are pressures that we put on ourselves. And those are the pressures that take away our peace and steal the joy in what we're doing. Welcome back. It's good to have you back, Titi.
Thank you.
Um, if you're just joining us, this is Up You with Ezinne, and today we're discussing with Titi, and we're talking about success without soul and trying to fix it or understand it so that we can be successful and enjoy the success that we have earned, you know, peacefully. I was smiling just before you went up because you were saying that peace is very important to you. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's why men say women are their peace. I found my peace. This is my peace. And I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, you really cannot be someone's peace if you haven't found peace yourself. Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly. You
that's
can't give what you don't have.
So that's another problem. So these men that are looking for their pieces, quote and unquote, might be looking for their pieces in women that haven't found peace themselves. So no
That are
wonder
in
we can't
pieces.
be, yeah, no wonder we can't be anybody's peace. Oh wow. Ah, Titi, that's a good point you made there. Okay. When I was going through your profile, I saw that you started out in education, you
Yes.
know, and then you now veered into event management. And I'm like, okay. So one was make I go school, go collect certificate from my father and my mother. And then the second
Honestly.
one was, okay, so this is my passion. Let me follow my passion and then see. Tell us, how did you recognize the fact that you should be in events and not in education?
Okay, so it all started when back when I was in my family with I come from a family of, well, about a large family, very large, and my father used to through a lot of parties.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was the one that, yes, he was even one of the presidents of one of the social clubs back then. So there were
Mm.
always events happening in our, that time we used to use compound, not event centers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
That's
there
true.
was always something
That's
going
really
on.
true.
there was always something happening in the house, in the compound. Let me use that word. And
Mm-hmm.
he just used to bounce most of the events off me. That, what do you think? Or I had ideas, and that's how it all started. Then when I went on to secondary school, I was also socials prefect, coincidentally, and I was always planning events. Then as I grew up, my friends and family would say, "Oh, Titi, I'm planning this party, I'm planning this. What do you think I should do? Where can I get this? Where can I?" And I was always putting it together. And that was when I now told myself, so Titi, this is what you love doing. Why don't you just pursue this? And that's how the dream of Fungalore came about.
Wow.
And here we are today.
How many years has it been?
Yes.
How many years has it been?
Oh, well, about 15 years now going.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, first of all, I like the name Fungalore. If when I encountered it for the first time, I was like, "Oh, this person." If I was doing anything, I'll hire this company because I mean, they promise you one thing: you're gonna have fun, and it's going to be in
exactly.
doses, not just one small fun,
Yes,
just lots of fun in your event. So it's a
yes.
very good attention grabbing name. Well done, well done, well
Thank
done.
you.
From
Thank you.
experience,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
From experience, I know that when passion begins to draw you, when passion begins
Yes,
to speak to you and say, "This is me, this is the way you should go," jettisoning your certificate, follow me, I can sustain you, you know, I know it's frightening. How did you
yes.
pause to listen? Usually people
Well,
get
you
afraid
see,
and run away.
well, when you see, fear, fear being in this world would always
Mhm.
be afraid of something new because something new will always come up. Life is full of change, is full of dynamics. Sometimes life throws curveballs. I tell myself and I tell those that I'm close to that there's nothing wrong with being afraid. It's what to do next. Are you going to let the fear cripple you?
Mhm.
You're not going to face the fears. I sometimes imagine um, like David or encountering Goliath, for example. The whole of
Mm.
Israel was full of fear. The king was afraid, the citizens were afraid. And David was small in stature, but he faced Goliath. And situations change can be Goliaths, so to speak. But he just took a little stone to take down that Goliath. And most times, most things that we are even afraid of, they never happen.
True.
So when I take the step,
Absolutely true.
just take the step. Shoulders high, brace it, take steps, even if it's baby steps. I mean, when a child is learning how to walk, they know they're going to fall because the legs are wobbly. Even when if you look at animals and you see maybe a deer, a mommy deer training her baby, she nudges them and pushes them. Even the eagles too, they take their babies, their eaglets to the topmost part of the mountains and push them to make them fly. And we have to just find that strength to fly.
Absolutely. As we were talking, you reminded me about the book I read many years ago. I read that book over and over. God, I can't remember how much. If you see my copy of that book, you'll be amazed. The book is Even Eagles Need a Push.
Aha,
Even
aha.
eagles need a push. I read it over and over. I marked it because, man, I said to myself, you're an eagle and you still do need a push to keep going. So I love the fact that you brought that analogy. And thank you so much because you see, there's a reason why we have that phrase, do it afraid. So
Exactly.
if you're a woman on this call and something has been tugging your heart and nudging you and saying, hey, 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 look at me, consider this route or that route or this option or that option, and you've been afraid, will I succeed? Will I make it? Well, this is your reminder. Put on
Exactly.
your big
Yeah.
girl pants and go try it. You'll never
Go
know
try.
until you try it
You
because
never know.
Titilope listened and tried, and 15 years on, we're here talking about it. The next
Yes.
story could be yours. Titi,
Yes.
thank you.
No,
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So tell us, you've now built this business 15 years on now, you know, without disconnecting from your values. Family is still very important to you. Um, Human connection is still very important to you. Me time is still very important to you. All of the things that I know that you hold as values are still very important. How do you juggle? Because it's a lot.
It
It's
is.
a lot. How
It
do you
is.
do it?
Yeah. Um. Okay. First of all, I find I ground myself in my prayers, and I always tell my friends, be you Muslim or Christian, always make out time to connect with your Creator. Make out time to just talk to God. Talk to God. Then it's also important to rest. We minimize rest. We think I'm like Terminator. I can keep going. But you even generators you have to turn it off after a while. Everybody needs a reset. We need to rest. Then in this life, we were not created alone. We are created for community. And
Mm.
it's an important part of life that many of us miss because we lose we lose value with our friends or communication. But yes, life happens. Some of your friends relocate, people move on, family relocate, even spouses relocate, and they're in different continents. But we need to find time to always bond and stay in touch with one another. I came across a piece of some talk, and it said that 8 minutes. It takes just 8 minutes to spend with somebody that you care for, just to listen, just talk. Ezinne, how are you? Hi, Ezinne, are you okay? Are you doing all right? Or call the kids. Just touching base. It's important, but we nowadays we're living in such a fast-paced society. Lagos is now like New York. Lagos is now like New York. It's now like London. We're living such a fast pace. It's unbelievable how we are losing connections with one another. But thank thank God we have social media. We can reach out to one another. What on WhatsApp, Instagram, phone call, you know, anything. It's important. It's just important to keep that connection. It keeps you, I think it helps your inner man, your inner self. It's not just about building your career. Career is important. Don't get me wrong. Business is important. I love my work. Everybody that knows me knows that I love planning events. I carry it on my head like 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 gilly, and I go above and beyond when I'm setting up my events or working on a job. But I also find it important that um you um connect with those that matter to you, family, your friends, um your neighbors even, um yeah, your clients, my staff. It's just important. Those are the things that keep me going. Exercise. um I love to walk. I love to walk. In fact, I'm even called workaholic, and that is WALK, you know, not WOR. I walk. I take long walks. Yeah, nature
In your
and all of that.
10,000 steps.
Doesn't even have to be 10,000. Just walk. Sometimes because sometimes you're just spending that time with yourself. Some people also have walking partners, and or exercise or gym body, whatever. You just need to find out that thing or things that keeps you grounded, that keeps you going. Because there is something. If maybe some people it's music, some people it's dancing, some people it's being with just their loved ones, some people it's reading, you know. There must be something. There must be. You just have to find something. It's a movie, or writing, journaling. There's just something. Or driving. Even driving can be therapeutic.
You know, you're right. The world changed in 2020 when we had COVID,
Yes.
and
Yes.
a lot of us found it um, took a while before we realized that the world had changed in ways that we may not be able to reverse immediately. And one of the things we lost as a result of COVID was community,
Yes.
the ability to gather together, to engage, to hug, to gist. Even the face of work changed because now
Yeah.
most of us are doing virtual work. And then
Mm.
even with doing the virtual work, it opened up possibilities because, for instance, I'm in Lagos, but I have colleagues working with me on projects who are in India. We don't need to
Aha.
see. Technology has
Aha.
made it such that we can work together. And so we don't realize that we are gradually losing touch. The other day, I was typing to chat to an AI app. I was actually saying, "Dear partner, I'm tired. Have you got any suggestions?" And then I tapped myself. Okay, Ezinne, you are about losing your soul because why are you talking to an AI?
And AI.
Are there no humans to speak to?
My sister, are there no humans to
So,
speak to? It's a question we need to ask ourselves.
so thank you so much for letting us know here officially that it takes 8 minutes, just 8 minutes. I had something on my status on Facebook just yesterday, and I was saying, or he read, um, hang on a second, don't go nowhere.
I'm here. So wait for Ezinne. Mm.
Yes, 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 yes. Welcome back, everyone. I'm trying to bring my guest back. Yes, trying to bring her back on. Yes, we're back on. Sorry for that interruption. We all know how it goes in Nigeria. Once NEPA takes off light, you have to put on everything again. So I went away to make sure everything is working. Tolu, Titi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, good. Thank God I have you back on audio.
And
So yes, what
yeah.
what were you telling the audience in my absence? Let's be sure so that we can just continue.
I was talking about, I was talking about finding one's inner peace and how to create that,
Yeah.
because yeah, you just have to find that way of aligning yourself first of all. And if you don't help yourself first, I, it's hard or difficult to help other people. So
Mm,
you need to take care of yourself first. And women we are born nurturers. it's our nature to just nurture and care for, and it also in the process we neglect ourselves, and that's where all this burnout also happens. You just said something like the other day you were talking to AI, you were telling AI that you are tired.
You know, I just had to tell myself, it's getting to cray level. Because this one is no longer that you're losing your soul, you're going crazy over the board, man. I mean, what's this thing gonna tell you? Anyways,
Yeah, because if you check it, you are probably not taking care of yourself.
yes, you're right.
You neglected yourself.
Isn't that our trademark? And that's why we are all burning out. So thank you very much,
Yes.
for bringing us to this point. Because now I'm going to ask you. You've been saying there's something you always say. You've got to be okay to take care of somebody else.
Yes.
You've got to be okay
Yes, you have to
for
be
every other
okay.
person to be okay. You
To be
also you
okay.
say that all the
Yes.
time. So
Yes.
you're very very right. You're very right. You're very very right on that. Um, so let me ask you. In this conversation so far, you have used the word alignment interchangeably with balance and
Yes.
all of that. Sometimes when we talk about alignment, at least for me and a couple of women that I'm in doing a study with on alignment, we're doing the 30 days alignment
Mm-hmm.
challenge with my latest book. You find that a lot of us used to think of alignment like an abstract thing. Can you tell us what is alignment? What
Mm-hmm.
does it mean to you when you hear that word?
Okay. I will use this analogy, if you permit me. When you think of
Mm-hmm.
your car also needs alignment.
Mm-hmm.
And we know the importance of that alignment, as small as it is. Once your car is not aligned, it goes off course if you take your hands off the steering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to make sure that inside of you, inside me, Titi, say I am okay first. And it doesn't take much. We think it's a big deal. It's not. It might be just like keeping promises to yourself. For example, you can crash out from not resting, overworking, not eating, not drinking, not sleeping. Those little basic human things that we just take for granted. And don't worry, I will eat at 5 o'clock. Okay, don't worry. And then you find out that it's not working. The body is not working like that. There was a time I was setting up a venue, and it was in a home. It was my client's home that was being used. It was meant to be a pool party and a game truck and all of the work. So I had to be going in and out of her kitchen, and my body was telling me, Titi, put something in your mouth, but I didn't listen until I blacked out.
What?
Yes, I blacked out. I fainted. And when I came round, all I said was today was, can I have malt or coke? And that was it. Just, because, yeah. And these are the issues that we do to ourselves. Our bodies will be telling us, rest, Ezinne, go to bed 10. No, not 1 more hour, 2 more hour. You push, push, push. And then when you look at the time, it's 3 a.m. and you still have activities, meetings, appointments next day. So there's no way your body will not unalign. Let me put it that way.
Oh my goodness, that's a new one. I'm used to
It
misaligned,
will
but now yes,
unalign.
there's on a line.
It will unalign. But let's coin it. So those are the issues that we have, and we women, mothers, sisters, wives, aunties, entrepreneurs, we just keep going and we don't stop. We just need to pause. We need to breathe
Why am I feeling attacked?
and practice self-love. Yes, and practice self-love. There's nothing wrong with you taking a break, eating a meal. There's nothing wrong with taking a break, you know, just quiet time, just shut down a bit. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
And it just resets everything.
In all honesty, I think women understand what you're saying. At least I do. But you see, when you think about the hardship, the inflation, I never thought I'll see the day that in this country where one person is holding now three or more jobs, two remote, one physical, or
Yeah.
even maybe two physical, one remote. I don't know. Everybody now, I even see what's going
Yes.
on in our social media. People are now posting all manner of ridiculous things just to get Facebook money, you know, and you are actually now saying to you, we're even seeing pastors posting gossip just because they want traction. Just because they want
Oh my
traction,
days.
so that they can get Facebook money, and all of that. Because it's hard.
Yes, it is. It is. Well, when it's hard, and it's not just peculiar to our nation. It's a worldwide occurrence. There's inflation everywhere,
Mhm,
and we're all bills have to be paid. And so even the 9 to 5 people are also looking for other business things to hustle. I don't like that word, but it's a general word, just to make ends meet. And we only have 24 hours in a day,
exactly.
and we have to, yeah, we have 24 hours. And then you okay, I plan events. I'm an event planner. Well, in the same vein, I also do interiors. We also handle landscaping, playground equipment, and souvenirs. Yes, it's all trying to bring in multiple streams of income, you know. And I mean, it can be like you are being torn apart, right?
Mhm,
In this process of um, trying to balance out and make ends meet.
mhm.
But we cannot continue to live in at this pace. If not, that's why we keep on seeing health issues which are escalating every day. Different health issues popping up, popping up. If it's not ulcer, it's migraine. If it's not migraine, it's hypertension. If it's not hypertension, it's different things. Mental health is people's mental health is ripped apart,
So you see,
all in the name of um
so you see, I don't know why, but we've lost you on video. We can't see you on video again, but we can hear your voice. So if you can fix it, please do. If not, let's continue. So you can see that
okay.
you can see that it's gone beyond even being successful. It is the fact that even when you're trying your best to hold things together, there are external factors or present factors in our daily life as it is right now that is tugging at your soul. And if we are not present and intentional, go bust.
Ah,
You will have the success, but you will
yes,
lose
she will.
yourself.
Yes, yes, you will lose yourself in the process, and many of us have lost ourselves, and that's why we are having this conversation. How do we gain ourselves? How do we balance out? How do we sustain ourselves in the times that we're in, that where there's so much responsibility on our shoulders,
Yeah.
and it all comes back to us. Yes, you need to just look for what works for you. You need to just find your inner peace. You need to be
Mm.
your authentic self.
That word again, inner peace, authentic self, they're all beginning to sound like buzzwords. Everywhere you go to, you hear them. So please, I'm asking you now, Titilope, can you tell us what does inner alignment look like in everyday terms? What do I need to look out for? What do I need to put in place? What do I need to feel or see that will make me understand that I'm aligning on the inside?
First of all,
I
you
would
also
love
need to
your
have
video back.
your boundaries as well. Sorry?
I would love your video to come back.
I'm so sorry. It's power, power,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
power
No, it's
shortage.
fine. Go ahead then.
Is it power?
Go ahead.
It's so yeah, yeah, it's what were we saying? We were saying, okay,
What can I see? What
you
can I
have
put
to
in
just
place? What is it that will make me understand?
you have to put boundaries. You have to also put boundaries and do self-checking and practice self-love. You have to just look for a way to take care of yourself. I tell my friends, and I say, you don't you go to the spa? I say your all your shoulders are stiff, hard. Go and let them massage you. Look at everywhere. You hard like wall. You were meant to be soft and subtle, but
Ah,
in
are we still there?
the process of
Are
sorry.
we still there in the soft and subtle?
Exactly. Before Nigeria, life turns one to a man, and you find out that you're just
Oh
true.
my
Because
God.
sometimes I need to pause and look at myself. I say, are you a man or are you a woman?
Ah,
Because I'm doing everything like a man.
well,
But like I'm saying, you just have to find that your inner balance and look for what works for you. And like you have to practice self-love. You need to
thank you.
have
Thank you,
and
Titi, for saying that word again, because I was going to talk about it at the end. You see, for a lot of women, they interpret self love as selfishness.
hmm,
What's the difference? Because it's a very thin line.
hmm.
It's a very thin line.
Yes, it's a very
It's a
thing.
very thin line, yeah.
It's
Between
yeah,
self love. Okay, I have
and
30,000.
self-esteem.
I'm going to the spa because I need to take care of myself, because I can't give what I don't have, because I have to feel okay for everybody to feel okay. So off to the spa you go, and then your bill is 27,500, and you're walking out of that spa with 2,500 naira for a family of five.
But you see, it doesn't have to go. You don't have to go to the spa. You can even steam your. You can even do your. You can look after yourself in your house. It's just me time. You just have to. No, but it's true. You just have to find a way, because how do I put it now? You just have to find a way to. It doesn't have to be spa. It can just be just being quiet. It can just be taking a nap.
Okay, so in a sense, what you're
It can just
saying
be
is
eating the right
that
meal.
you can, if you can actually um, may do a DIY kind of pampering for yourself,
Yes,
um, or even
yes,
invest in pampering that is not financial in nature, so you don't deprive your family um, or your dependents and all of
yes,
that. Okay, all right.
yes. Your body is just giving you all the signals and all the signs that slow down, but we don't ignore it. We just ignore it and we keep going, and this is where the issues lie. Sometimes even when I'm working with my team and we are setting up a venue and I see one of my staff struggling, I'll say, you know what, take time out, 30 minutes. They'll say, no, mom. I say, no, 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 no. You need to take 30 minutes. After 30, because it's called power nap. 15
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah.
But
That's what they taught us
sometimes
in
we
the
will not,
corporate world.
yes, but sometimes we will not even take the power nap. We won't shut our eye. We just want to keep going, 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 flogging our bodies, flogging our minds. And it doesn't, within some time, it will tell. It will tell. And then how are you now going to help the people that are depending on you? How are you going to look after your family? How are you going to run the business? How are you going to provide employment for your staff? How are you going to, yes. So sometimes, taking a step back, it's just like an elastic band. When you take an elastic band, you have to pull it has to go back to come forward.
More like a catapult.
Yes, a catapult. You must take it back for you to gather that momentum to release the
Mhm.
stone and go forward. So sometimes you need to take that step back just to decelerate, just to
Mm.
breathe, just to catch up on yourself sometimes. That's all. That's all. Okay, for
Thank you,
example now.
Titi.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're
Go ahead.
welcome.
You said, for example.
My pleasure. I said, for example now, my daughter is moving
Mhm.
house. And I she's balancing work, she's balancing, and when she's talking, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. I just all I tell her is breathe. Before she found the house, I know it was stressful, but thank God she found the house. And I kept on telling her, you will get a place, don't worry. And she's found the place easily. Now I just keep telling her, breathe. And she says, it's true, mommy. I need to breathe. And that is what we need to tell ourselves. Sometimes we need to give ourselves a pep talk. If you don't find anybody to talk to you, sometimes you will talk to yourself. See how when you were talking to the AI, you had to catch yourself and say, what's going on here?
Oh yeah.
So sometimes,
Okay. Let me tell.
yes, sometimes. Mhm.
Yeah. Let me tell you something else I do. Right. When I get overwhelmed, personally, and then women on the stream, please share what you do. If you're watching this after we are done, please also share what you do. We'd like to know when you feel like
Yes,
your life is in a rush and then you're out of your elements and everything, that you're not aligned, that what is on the inside and what
yes.
is on the outside is not matching. It's not a parallel line that you have. You have
Mhm.
some jagged lines, giving you sleepless nights and all of that. What I do is I tell myself, isn't
Exactly.
it? Remember why and how you were brought to this earth. I'm a Christian, so
Mhm.
I take my grounding from the Bible. God says, I made you in my image for my pleasure. And so
Mhm.
I say to myself, you were not put here to work. Oh. You see all these things you're doing? That's not why he sent you here. He sent you here for his pleasure to worship him. So you better just pull
Mhm.
back. And once I tell myself that, I just pull back and I go into like, thank you. And before I think one or two, I'm into full worship. And by the time I'm done, I sleep.
Exactly. You see,
And
that's what works
when
for
I
you.
wake up, whenever I wake up, you see that the answers are already aligned. I'll just go and put play and blog. You know, that's
Bam.
that's how that's how I deal with my own stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm sure many other women have other, I don't know if I'll call them coping mechanism or something, but we have to find something that
We have to
helps
find
us
something.
rebalance ourselves, like you said.
Yes. 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 So
Thank you,
it can be
Kitty. I
exercise.
miss your lovely face.
Yes.
I miss your
I'm so
lovely
sorry.
face.
I'm so
No, it's fine.
sorry.
Don't apologize. It's not your fault. It is what it is. It's the way we
Yes,
have
it is
found
what
it.
it is.
Tell me,
Yes.
Titi, do you
Yes.
sometimes pause and ask yourself, yeah, am I building the life that I want? Is this the life that I really want? This one that I have? As children, we had all those big dreams. I don't know about you, but I had big dreams. Oh, I'm going to fly in a parachute. Oh, I'm going to go bungee jumping. Oh, I'm going to do this and that and that. And we all had those bucket lists and everything. But sometimes when I look at my bucket list and look at my life right now, it looks like the person who wrote that list there came from a different, another world. It looks like the person came from another world. Honestly, I know that I cannot be alone. So do you sometimes look at your life and ask yourself, am I still on the road building the life that I want?
Yeah, it's a very valid question that you asked me. And this is where one has to, how do I put it now? Where you have your gratitude journal or thoughts. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yes, because one, I might not be where I've always wanted to be, yeah, but I'm
But
grateful
you're
for where I am.
currently where you were. That's good.
I am grateful for where I am. I have a roof over my head. I have a company. I'm doing a job, a career that I love. I love working with my staff. I love setting up venues. I love the look on my client's face or even the guests when they arrive. I am. It's all part of contentment, and I'm grateful. I'm thankful. It might not be where I am, where I want to be, but it's still a work in progress. And maybe one day, isn't it, we'll go bungee jumping.
Well, I've learned one thing in life. Never say never. You never can tell. Because
One
every
day we might
day
go bungee jumping.
people are experimenting and coming up with all kinds of new things. Who knows? They might just make an equipment that will be able to fit me and help me do the job. So yes,
Aha,
yes, I'll
aha.
take you up on that. I'm all
Yeah,
for living this life and living it fully. One of the fears I
fully.
have in this life is to die and carry my passion, my talent, anything that
Mhm.
God has equipped me with, and be going back to Him with it. No, I want to
Mhm.
express everything. So I
Yes.
will
It's
experience as much as life gives me the opportunity to. Uh,
yes.
I will. And one
Face
promise I
our
made to God
fears.
a long time ago is any door you open, I'll walk through it. So yes, Titi, we're going bungee jumping whenever
Yeah.
life permits us to
Yeah.
do it. We will do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
always also tell me, we all have our parts and we must walk
Yes.
our part.
We
At the
must walk
same
our
time,
path.
the people that we meet on our path, we will interact with them so that the
Mhm.
life can be richer and fuller,
Fuller,
So
robust life. Ro-
exactly, you know what I mean, with zest.
Yes. Yes. Robust life. You know, I've always been afraid of heights. I have so many. Yeah. So I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, told myself, I said, you know what? This 2026, face your fears. So I
Hmm.
went to a theme park and I told
Hmm.
them, I'm going to go on this ride. And the first question the man asked me was, is your heart, do you have any medical ailment? I said, no, I'm fine. I'm physically fit. I'm good. And I went on it and it was thrilling. But all my life, I've always been afraid of rides in theme parks. All my
But
life.
you know that you don't even need anybody to tell you. Let's be honest. You don't need anybody to tell you that you will be thrilling because don't you hear our children shrieking on those things? Their
Yes.
joy is
Yes.
always out of this world. So I'm
Exactly.
convinced that they are having fun because if they're
Yes.
not having fun, they will not be screaming as widely as they do. But somehow, the adult in me tells me, "Nah, your time has passed."
No, 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 no. I don't like that's the lie. That's you see, that's another lie
You just
that
even just confirm that it's my head that is doing me, nothing else, because you just
yes,
took a ride yourself.
yes. Yeah, it's a lie that we, so that your mind tells you, or sometimes society tells you. I came across a lady. I saw her video, and she's in her 70s,
Mm-hmm.
and she went. She's a gym body. Gym. She's exercising like crazy. I was impressed. And my mind was blown away. Yes, because she would post her videos. She's lifting weights. She even went to law school at the age of 50 something. She went to do piloting again. And she says,
Oh,
do not limit yourself. And it's the truth. We cannot afford to be limiting ourselves. We can't afford to limit ourselves. We just need to find it. It's easier said than done, but it is what it is.
but it's
Find it within
doable.
ourselves. It's doable, and we
It's
keep
doable.
learning.
People are
We
doing
are
it, and
learning.
so we too have to find a place to plug and play. Maybe not at the velocity that 70-year-old woman is going, but at least do something.
Do
When you start doing that
something.
thing, yeah, you will now find your own reading and go with the flow.
Go with
Yeah,
the
so
flow.
thank you very, very much. Yeah. Titi,
Yeah.
it's safe to say that you are a very ambitious person.
Yes, kind of.
Why did you go? Yes, kind of. Can you let us know why?
That word ambitious can be a double-edged sword. So you have to, you cannot pursue ambition and forget who you really are, you know, especially when you think of the values that were imbibed in you, when you were being raised and brought up, what you are taught, about
Mm.
being when you are sometimes ambition can make you vicious, but you need to know when no, this is not right, and do what is right at that point in time. You understand what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, you're trying to get a balance. You're trying to, not be
Yes,
at the extreme. You're
yes,
trying
there
not to
because
be overly ambitious. And you're
yes,
trying
because
very hard to say,
there has to be kindness. I believe in being, be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your fellow man. And sometimes ambition can make you hard. Yeah, let me put it. That's why I said it was a double. It's a good thing. It gives you the drive, but you need to know when that, oh, this is not right. I'm going overboard here and hold back. This can hurt somebody else. This is
on its
detrimental
on
to
its on
somebody
its
else.
own, that word ambition is just a word. It's a good word. It's a good thing. It's just the way that
Yeah,
society has interpreted it and misrepresented it that is
exactly.
making you frame all of this right now. It's good to be ambitious.
Yes.
Uh, it's
So
good
there's
to be
nothing wrong
ambitious.
with being ambitious at all. At all. You have to have ambition to achieve most of your dreams
Yes, the
or get
important
to
thing is
where you want to be.
with your ambition, still be at peace with yourself.
Self,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
True. True.
So, um, life it comes in seasons. That's why it's called seasons of life. Have you had seasons where you had to slow down and recalibrate what success means to you?
Um, yes. Yes, I have.
You want to
I've
share?
had this. Um, how do I put it now? Yeah. There was a time um I it was just work, 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 work. And I just found out that I was not getting invitations anymore. I was not being invited because I plan events. I'm always at a function or an event, so you sometimes forget that. Oh,
Okay, while we wait for her to come back, which I hope she will do, She's already here. Okay. While we wait for her to come back, which I hope she will do, to complete the story she's telling us about seasons of life, um, I hope that we all on the stream understand that life comes in seasons. There are seasons where you have high energy. There are seasons where you want to slow down. There are seasons where you just want to lie fallow and, put yourself together again. And all of these seasons, you need to recognize them for yourself and then ensure that you are not doing too much per time to lose yourself. Welcome back, Titi. You were
Thank
saying,
you. Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah. You asked a very important question, and like I was saying before, I was knocked off. I found
Mm-hmm.
out I wasn't getting invitations anymore, and I realized that you have just been burying yourself in work. What are you doing exactly if you do not um, um, connect with your people, your tribe?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's important. It's important, and then of course, constructive feedback from those that love you. And yeah, you come back and then you tell yourself, you know what? No, no, no. These people are important to me. This is important to me. I have to be here. And even if you can't make it up at that time, you make out time to make up, you know, with
Mm-hmm.
the people that matter to you.
Yeah. So
Yes,
you're talking about, maybe I think you're talking about also achieving a work-life balance, where your life is
yes,
not just one-sided and tilted to something heavier than in other
yeah,
areas. Titi, I
yes.
know from our various discussions that family is very important to you. You're always talking about your brother this, your brother that, your daughter, your this, your that. Tell me, what does it feel like coming from a big family?
um, well, coming from a large family provides one with it gives you emotional intelligence from a very early age,
Wow.
and it
Tell me why.
also yes, it also exposes you to different personalities and how you can relate and connect with different people. Because even though we all come from the same bloodline, we're all
Mhm.
different. Yeah,
Wow.
so yes, it teaches you. Yeah, so it makes one very perceptive. Yeah. So you're always, well, for me, I'm constantly studying and trying to read and understand people basically and how best to relate or connect with this person or that person. So it gives you that edge.
Interesting. Very interesting stuff,
Yeah.
One day I was actually saying, I envy all of you that have large families. You have a lot of people to talk to, you know. Those of
We
us who
do.
come from little families, we are just very little. And so once you talk to one person, you're done.
Don't worry, you can
Okay.
expand your tribe and have sisters from other mothers.
Oh, that's what we're doing right now because we know that we can't survive
Exactly.
this life without having sisters in our
You
corner.
can.
So that's
Yes,
what
you
that,
can't do
that's the way. So
it.
if you're on this stream and you do not have any sisters, please go out and the sisters that you get biologically, they just come to you, right? But you can actually use your hand and pick sisters that have the same values with you, and then
Thank
build
you.
a relationship
True.
to
True that.
a point
True that.
where it works for you. Okay, so
Yes. Yes.
Titi, many women who are listening today are building careers, businesses, and families at the same time. And they're also being told to look after themselves and be themselves and become. That's the latest buzzword. I'm becoming, and all of that, And honestly, these women, success is costing them their peace. What do you have to say to them? Speak to them directly today
My
because they're
darling
on this stream,
sisters.
they're listening.
My darling sisters, nice to meet you all. I will just tell you, please breathe. Just just take that moment and pause. Breathe, breathe. It can be challenging, I know. Yeah, I'm not speaking out of a book. I'm talking out of my own experience. But you just need to find that time to pause. You just have to. You just have to please find that time and pause. You know, do what I'm not saying don't do it to anything that was detrimental to your fellow human being, but you know what you know. Sometimes, for mothers that have maybe um lots of children, you can just run into the bathroom one time and lock yourself there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I just even listen to your song. I just read something from a comic or a book. Just 5 minutes, because I know that it can be a lot when you have lots of kids and you still have to run the home and you still have to balance career and you still have to run a business. It can be a lot. So I'll just encourage you, my sisters out there, just pause, breathe, breathe. Please. Breathe does not just mean, I mean, look for that thing. That's your thing that will reset you. That's all. Please do it. Please, please, please. Because you have to be okay for everybody to be okay. You just have to be okay for everybody to be okay. Thank you.
Wow. I was actually in a moment right there, taking a pause myself and attempting to breathe. I had to scroll up again to look at the topic for this discussion again because I was like, wow, this is so healing. What are we talking about again? And we are discussing, we're discussing success, being successful and losing your soul. So it's quite apt that she centered us in that way, you know, so that all of us can go back to our center and understand our reason. If we always go back to our center and our reason, it will be difficult to lose our soul. Because the
Yes.
truth is, the reason why you set out should always carry you to your true north. Always,
Yeah.
always carry you to your true north. Titilope,
Yes.
thank you so much. Thank you. But before I
Thank you.
let you go, I want to ask you, did you enjoy this conversation?
Thoroughly.
Did it make you think about
Thoroughly.
yourself a little bit more?
Yes. 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 It
So
makes
now
me
that
think
you've
of
taught us,
myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now that you've
I'm
told
really
us all these things, taught us all these things, I'm going to ask you my closing question, which is, at the end of it all, when all has been said and done, what kind of life do you hope your work is helping you to create?
hmm, hmm. My work, well, for me, is I enjoy, like I've said it time and time again, I enjoy doing planning events, be it children's parties, be it adult parties, be it whatever event. And I love to see the guests and my clients having a fantastic time. And at the same time, my team are not neglected or abused or overused. So they are taken care of. The clients are taken care of, the guests are taken care of. Even me, Titi, I'm taken care of too in the process. Because I can't, yeah, I sometimes, yeah. And this is the legacy that I want to leave behind in this my industry, that there is this woman that when she comes in, everybody will be all right. Everybody's sorted. And that gives me joy and fulfillment. Even I will be sorted because sometimes I have to even leave. Sometimes I leave the event and go and sit in my car to just take a minute, brace up, breathe, and go back in. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I thank God it's been one success after the other. And the sky is our limit.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so
My
very
pleasure.
much, Titilope, for coming on the show today. Someone on this show, a guest on the show told me that I have the ability to hear the spoken and the unspoken. I do not know whether it's true, but
True.
I thank her. But I
Yeah.
thanked her. And I want to just quickly summarize everything you've said today by telling you what I heard. And so I am saying to you, thank you for reminding us that success is not just what we build, it is who we become while we're building it.
Yes.
If we're building success, if we're building something and we're successful, and whatever it is we're building is not changing us, not impacting us, not impacting the people that we're building together with, and not changing us and leaving the whole system, ecosystem, better than we met it, then we certainly are not building anything successful, and our soul is not anywhere in it. That's what I heard
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you again. Thank you
Thank you
to
for
everyone who is
having
listening to
me.
us and to those coming to listen after we've uploaded this video. You are allowed to grow without losing yourself. It's very important. I keep teaching and I keep saying that yourself is the MVP.
Mhm.
You, you are the in this life of yours, you are the most important person, and you must
Mhm.
protect yourself. You must grow yourself. You must attune yourself to find out ways to do yourself good so that you can continue to be productive, meaningfully productive at that.
Mhm.
Do not
Yes.
at any
True.
point in time outsource your joy or your growth to another person. Someone cannot help you grow.
No, no.
Titilope showed us today. When she was talking, she said, my lived experiences. She's not reading from a book. You see, when you're listening to someone who is giving you textbook academic answers, you will know she gave us today answers from her lived experiences. Please do not outsource your growth and please do not put it on hold. If you're supposed to grow
Mhm.
in this direction this year, please go that way.
Yes.
If you don't go that way, you will stunt it and it will begin to pain you and your soul will begin to groan. Just
Mhm.
go in that direction. You may
Mhm.
not bloom completely in that direction this year, but you've started. All the soul asks from us is a little bit of joy every now and
Yes.
then so it can keep
Yeah.
taking you forward. Okay?
Yes.
So you are allowed to grow without losing yourself. You are allowed to succeed without disconnecting from your values.
Yes.
And you're allowed to
Yeah.
build a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside.
Yes.
This
Yes.
February, we are choosing alignment all over again in whatever and anything that we're doing. Alignment, not just in our goals, but in our hearts. Truly, if we are aligned, our homes will be safe, our children will be well
Mhm.
nurtured, our marriages
Mhm.
will heal, we will forgive
Mhm.
ourselves. We will restart as
Mhm.
many times as we need to restart. Our soul
Mhm.
will blossom. And as our soul is blossoming, we can see it on our face because they say the face, especially the eyes, is the window to the soul. So when you wake
Yes.
up and you sit in front of your mirror and you look and your eyes are not bright and your eyes cannot meet you, the owner self, the one that the eye is in the head socket. If you're
Mhm.
looking in the mirror and your eyes cannot meet you eyeball to eyeball, darling, it's time to tune off.
Yes.
and go find a place and take a big pause. And like Titilope
Yes.
advised us, breathe, breathe,
Yes.
breathe. Take that pull back like a catapult. Rest.
Yes.
Tap on your stones. Whatever it is you need to do, just do it. And then come back. When you come back, then piam, piam, you find that that
Exactly.
rest moment didn't set you back. What will set
Mm.
you back is actually going and going and going mindlessly.
Mhm.
My dear sisters, this is Up You with Ezinne, and it's been a very amazing one having this conversation with you. I pray you find a nugget or two to use and run your life for the rest of the year. I pray that this February you will align your heart in such a way that the remaining 10 months of the year will be a breeze for you. Until we come your way next week, please stay aligned and be true to yourself. Unfortunately, you cannot see Titi Lokbe, but I bet you she's doing this sign to you. She's saying up you. Titi say up
Yes.
you.
Up you. Up you.
Yes, yes,
Up
yes. We are
you.
rooting for
Up
you.
you.
All the best and see
Yes.
you next week. Bye for now.
Yes.
Titi,
Thank you
thank
for
you for
having
coming on
me.
the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor. Thank you.
All
Thank you.
righty. Bye.
Bye.